What up, Dokkanners? We are 46 days approximately away from the start of the 7-year anniversary. And in this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the medals that you guys can be farming out right now to save you some of the headache of having to do that during the 7-year anniversary. This is my second time doing this video. I did this last year during the 6-year anniversary, actually before it, and Dokkan rewarded me handsomely. I was very much well prepared for the 7-year anniversary in terms of the other medals that I could farm out in advance that I'd like to think that Dokkan rewarded me for being responsible and telling you guys to do the same thing. Now, I know some of you guys are probably a little superstitious about this kind of thing, because if you count your chickens before they hatch, that could spell taboo, that could, jinx your whole summoning experience, which I understand. Of all people, believe me, I understand the superstitions that are involved in Dokkanning and your summons. So if you guys don't want to do this, that is totally fine. But I feel that most of you should be doing this because A, you are deprived of summoning and your urges are compelling you to try to summon on these new banners, which you shouldn't. B, there's not much to do between now and the 7-year anniversary until some new content drops, like maybe the EZA dropping in a couple of days. So during these down periods, this is where I feel like you guys should be taking this opportunity to get these medals. You can burn your stamina. You could then close the game if you don't want to be refreshing your stamina with a Dragon Stone or being tempted on any event. If you simply just deplete your stamina for the day, you can get a couple of runs in on various story events or Dokkan events and just completely shut down and disengage until something else pops up in the meantime. So we're going to go through and we're going to talk about how each of the new 7-year anniversary related units will have medals that you can farm out right now. Basic common sense. If you guys are eagerly waiting to summon on these banners, which I know a lot of you guys are, you've been waiting for what, since the new year now? Let me know in the comments, how many days has it been since you last summoned? It sounds really bad, but you know what I mean? Like, some of you guys have been saving for the 7-year anniversary, so that's got to be what, like 6 months, right? It's, some of y'all are really committed to this. So there might be a couple of units from the featured SSR list. That made it sound really bad. I'm sorry. From the featured SSR list, all right? If there's a couple of units that you don't have here, I know a lot of you guys don't have this Frieza. What you should be doing is taking a look at the unit and seeing what medals are required from this unit to Dokkan Awaken. Now, again, assuming that you're going to do this, you should farm out these medals ahead of time, because that way, whenever you do inevitably summon the unit, or perhaps you pull the unit from the coin shop, you don't want to then have to sit there and then start farming out the medals for an hour and a half or however long it might take you. So if you can just have these medals ready ahead of time, your only concern at this point would then be the Kais needed, and you can either use them with the Kais that you've saved up from the various videos that I've been telling you about, or you can farm them out in some free-to-play method. Unfortunately, there is no free-to-play method for the full power Frieza, so you will have to simply just use Kais, but you can farm out these medals well in advance. 35 medals from the Evil Emperor of the Universe. I think you also need to use the other medal from this same event. You need 35, you need 70 from stage 3, and then you're gonna need, I think, 3 or 5 medals from stage 2. So both of these can be done in the same event. That will take you a decent amount of time. This one costs 20 stamina, this one costs you 25. Let's just say, for example, you got to get 70 of these with 7 run, or hang on. You get 7 runs on each run guaranteed. That would mean you have to do 10 runs, which means 250 stamina. That's a lot of stamina. If you don't have enough, then you might wait till the next day to use the rest of your remaining stamina that you've regained to then farm out the rest of this. So just for the Frieza alone, that could take you a couple of days, depending on what level of a player you are and your commitment to not spending any Dragon Stones in the meantime. That's why I am giving you guys this video well in advance, over a month in advance, so that by the time the 7-year anniversary rolls around, you can do this process very slowly and methodically over all of the different units that you are needing on these banners. We're not even looking at the new ones yet, just the old ones. So whichever ones you don't have, I urge you guys to do this right now. That way, whenever you pull some of these units, you don't have to worry about their medals. You can simply just jump into the new content. There's a lot of stuff I'm looking forward to. The new category missions for the Legendary Goku event, Vegeta event, I'm probably going to be shoving these videos out left and right as soon as it drops, because I want to get these done ASAP. New boss rush, new NFL red zone. We've got the skill orbs. You got free to play stuff. There's so much to do that you're going to want to just hit the ground running with the new content. So why not farm these in advance? Now, looking at the new units, they do require some new medals, of course. However, they also require some older units. So I'm going to be showing you guys a really cool cheat sheet at the end of this video. If you want, you can just click ahead with the time code in the description or in the pinned comment, but I urge you guys to watch this because, support me. So for the SSR to the TUR, obviously you need to have the new medals, right? You need 35 of the new medals, and then from the TUR to the LR, you need another 35 of the new medals, but then also a total of 35 from the older medals. So this is the key to success here. You can farm out these medals in advance. This is coming from the year 5 LRs, the LR STR Gogeta Blue. This version of the Gogeta medal is available on the same Advent of Omnipotence Dokkan event. You can farm out the 35 that's needed for the Bardock. You can farm out the 21 that's needed for the 7-year LR. You can farm out the whatever medal is needed for the 5-year LR if you don't have this, because the 5-year LRs are also featured on the new Dokkan Festival banners. So you'll get a lot of mileage out of this Dokkan event alone. So whichever ones you need, you can farm those out as well. I'm at the very least urging you guys to do it for the 7-year LRs. And then same goes for the older Gogeta Dokkan medal. This is for the AGL one. Same exact thing. Farm out 77 for this one if you haven't already done so. You need 14 for the 7-year LR. You need a couple for the 5-year LR. And then you also need 35 a pop for these 2 units, because these guys are also going to be receiving EZAs during this anniversary. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Omega Shenron, and the God Saiyan TURs all will be receiving EZAs. Now, most of you probably already have these guys, but if you have an extra spare that you're trying to farm out an SA5 for, you're going to want to get the Dokkan medals needed to awaken them, so that way you don't have to spend any Elder Kais. How do you do that? Well, simply run through the event. You got plenty of time. Why not do it? No excuse. So the 7-year LR for the God Saiyans are the medals right there. And then for the Super Saiyan 4, same exact thing. 35 from the new event. And then when you look at the TUR to the LR, you need 21 and 14 from the older iterations of the Gogeta Dokkan event on top of the 35 from the new one. In Dokkan Festival Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, you need 21 here. No, you need 21 here. You need 77 here. You don't have that one awakened for whatever reason. And then 77 for the tech. And then 14 for the new 7-year LR. That'll keep you busy. That'll keep you busy. So farm those out. It's the Sin Shenron. You can't do it. You're going to have to wait. Looking at the 7-year Part 2 LRs, same exact thing, only these guys only utilize medals from older events. So from the SSR to the TUR, this is coming from the Saiyan Warrior Race story event. This one is available now via the Dragon Ball story, so you can go do this. This is an easy way to pick up those medals. And then when we go from the TUR to the LR, this one, you surprisingly only have very few medals to farm out. 7 medals from, again, the Saiyan Warrior Race Dragon Ball story event. And then you also need to get 3 medals from the Warrior's Mark Kaioken. This can be picked up from the Hero Extermination Plan. This one costs you like 7 stamina a pop. This is very easy to farm out. It doesn't cost you much stamina, and you can get some other items, useful items in the process. So that's for the LR Kaioken Goku. For the Vegeta, same exact thing. You need to get 12 medals from the Rejuvenation of Vegeta story event. This is the, what is it, Rejuvenation? Reinvention of Vegeta. This is the Int Grade 8 Vegeta free-to-play story event. This is available in the Portal of Memories. You can farm out the 12 medals needed to awaken from the SSR to the TUR. And then from the TUR to the LR, you're going to need another 7 medals from that same event. And then you need the Warriors Marked Vegeta, which can be picked up from the Super Strike events. So all of these basic events, which cost minimal stamina, can all be done right now. And why would you want to do this? Why would you want to jump into this mundane event during the 7-year anniversary when all of the hype stuff is happening everywhere? This is the last thing you want to be focusing on during that. And then once again, the EZAs. We've covered all of them except for the Omega Shenron. The Omega Shenron requires EZAs from a different Dokkan event. This is the Shadow Dragon Dokkan event. The Legion of Shadow Dragons of Despair, whatever. So you're going to need to farm out 35. What is it, 35? 77. I think it's 77. You're going to need 77 medals from that event. So yeah, all of this will be enough to keep you from burning your stones on refreshing your stamina. You can deplete your stamina reserves and then just simply step away from the game until we get new content. This is the best way to keep yourselves distracted. And any way that I can get you to do that, I'm going to do it. You guys want the cheat sheet? Here you go. Boom. There is the cheat sheet. Everything is neatly sorted out for you so that you can plan ahead for the new LRs. Of course, not featured are the EZAs because they are not new events per se. They are returning events. They're just simply getting upgrades. And then, of course, the featured SSRs from the respective banners are not here. But I urge you guys to go through the Dokkan Wiki and do the grind yourself. Do the homework so that you guys don't have to worry about this when the 7-year anniversary rolls around. You pull the new units and your friends are saying, oh my gosh, I got to spend the next hour farming them. I'm like, haha, for me, I only got to spend like 15 minutes. I'm done. Not really, but still. So this is a nice way to use it. You can't see, I'm trying to point at various medals here, but you can't see my mouse. But hopefully this helps you guys out. Screen capture this, save this, do whatever you got to do so that you can be prepared for the 7-year grind. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments, which unit are you going to be farming the medals for in advance first? Or do you subscribe to the belief that the superstition is very real? Do not count your chickens before they hatch. Let me know if you are for or against farming medals in advance. let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. You know what? I'm also going to include a video from the 6-year anniversary that sort of sums up the good karmic energy that I gained from farming these medals in advance. Maybe that could inspire you guys. So maybe go give that a watch as well. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.